Welcome to Tia's Table, where we talk about making fitness and wellness doable for busy women like you and me. Looking for healthy meal ideas, workout motivation, and good conversation? Don't worry, I got you, girl. Sit back, grab a snack, and let's have some girl talk. Hey girl, hey, and welcome back to Tia's Table. I'm Tia, a certified group fitness instructor and nutrition coach. I help women develop healthy habits that align with their health, wellness, and fitness goals. If you or someone you know is interested in living a healthier lifestyle, feel free to email me at tiavfitness@gmail.com. I would love to speak with you about how I may be able to assist you on your health, wellness, and fitness journey. Girl, so much that we've got to talk about today. So I am so glad that I called you and that you were free. Let's chat about what is on my table before we get into all of the other things. And it's two very quick things. One of them I saw on Instagram. Someone made crispy chicken tacos. And when I saw them, we were already having like a taco day anyway. So I was like, oh, when I make my tacos, I'll just pop them in the oven and I'll see what all the hype is about. And the hype was justified. Those tacos were amazing. Mine were ground turkey tacos, 99% fat-free ground turkey tacos at that. So I could only imagine that if I had eaten tacos that were made with a fattier meat, that I probably would have levitated out of my kitchen. That is how good those tacos were. Which, to be fair, most things that you melt that end up getting like kind of gooey and just mushy, for the most part, if it's a crunchy exterior, that normally is like a very yummy thing to eat. And my tacos didn't even have cheese on it. But it was still kind of like melty and good and just like perfect. But with a different meat, I think I honestly would have floated like Lydia in Beetlejuice right on out of my kitchen. Like, seriously, that's how good it is. I'll try to repost the video so that people can see it. But to be honest with you, girl, just make a taco the way you normally would. I use the Mission Carb Balance tortillas. Make a taco with those and then just slide them in the oven on 400 degrees until like they're done to your preferred level of crispiness. Amazing. So good. The other thing, which is something that I've mentioned on the podcast before, but I wanted to remind everybody about it because this is like football season and that time of year where people are eating all kinds of like yummy and delicious things while they are also watching football. Don't forget about the pita burgers. And the only reason I bring that up is because I ate a burger and fries from a restaurant as like one of my celebratory like 75 hard is over type meals. And when I mean to tell you I was full of regret when that meal was already in my belly, I was full of regrets. First of all, it wasn't that good. Like it, and I hate it when that happens. When I'm like, ooh, I've been like craving this. I've been longing for it. The time is finally here. Let's do it. And it's not good. Full of regret, right? That was number one. Number two, I feel like I just felt gross after eating it. Like I just felt icky. Not that it made me sick or anything like that, but it just didn't hit me the way that it probably would have had I eaten it before 75 hard, right? So, which is, I guess, a positive of that is that I can tell that eating really clean is something that agrees with my body, go figure, that it agrees with me because when I ate something that was really like greasy, it didn't do me right. Like, not at all. So that was kind of like a womp womp, but it reminded me of the pita burgers that we make here at home. I follow Aisha Curry's In-N-Out burger recipe, which is basically ground turkey. She seasons it really good, but her secret is that she puts mayonnaise in the ground turkey so that it stays like really moist as it cooks. Those burgers are amazing. If you have that recipe or if you've ever considered buying her cookbook, it's the cookbook, The Full Plate. I'll put a link in the description box for it. It is a good cookbook. Like, I've cooked pretty much almost everything that's in there. And every meal that I have ever made out of that cookbook has been absolutely delicious, but the burger recipe especially has a special place in my heart because they turn out perfect every time, and they're a hit. Those burgers are so good that when we have company, if I'm feeling up to it, I even make it for company because they're that impressive. Like, they're just that good. So, girl, check that out if you haven't. That burger was way better than the burger that I got from a restaurant. And because I was let down severely by the burger that I tried after waiting 75 days for it, 75 hard days for that burger, I was like, you know what? My husband always wants me to make spaghetti for his birthday. So this year I was like, let me, try to make the spaghetti like extra special. To be honest with you, since it's just you and I on this call today, I was supposed to make his spaghetti like from scratch, girl. I normally do. For his birthday, I make my own spaghetti sauce. I make my own meatballs. Like, it's a whole thing. And like every year, he loves it so much. This year, though, girl, I said to myself, who has the time? Who has the time? Because I don't. I didn't. I had a house full of people last week. Part of that was because we had already had like a scheduled visit with my oldest brother, but then like the hurricane happened, which we're going to talk about that later on in the podcast. But the hurricane happened, so like my mom, she was already here to see my brother, but then because of the hurricane, she stayed where she lives, was impacted severely by it, so she stayed because of course she does not have power where she lives. So there was like an extended stay situation, and I didn't get to make his birthday dinner like on his actual birthday. So I made it once everyone had like gone back home, which happened to be yesterday, which really doesn't matter because this call is not happening in like real time. But anyway, so I ended up making it, and it was a school day. That's where I'm going with all of this. Like, that happened to be on a school day. And I'm like, on a school day, I can't. I just cannot on a school day do anything from absolute bottom scratch, right? As I'm scanning the aisles of Kroger, I noticed that there is a new spaghetti sauce, and it's like black truffle something, whatever the name of it was. I did share this on Instagram. You guys, that sauce was so good that it was scary, okay? I could smell the truffle. I could taste the truffle. I did add a little bit more Italian seasoning to the spaghetti sauce because it did have a little bit of a sweeter taste than what my spaghetti sauce would have had. And we don't like a sweet spaghetti over here. So I did add some seasoning to it just to knock some of the sweetness off of it. But once I did that, girl, that sauce was so good that I was like, oh, this is scary. Because anytime I eat something and I immediately think to myself, oh, I have to have more of this. Like I have to. I want seconds. I need it. Anytime that happens, I say, oh, I never needed to know how good this was. I probably would have been better served not knowing that this was possible. I probably didn't need to ever learn that spaghetti could taste this good without me making it myself from scratch. Like I opened the jar, I poured it in my pot, I cooked it, I just basically warmed it up, right? I sprinkled a little bit of Italian seasoning and a little bit of crushed red pepper in that sauce. I stirred it up. I added my meat back to the sauce. Criminal how good it was. Criminal. I said, ooh, this is a gateway meal. Like, this meal could lead to other things, and we don't need it to do that either. But it's good for us to know that this is possible on a school night, right? So insanely good. So I'm really counting that as my celebratory 75 hard meal because it actually did me right. It did all the things I needed it to do. It comforted me in a way that I didn't know I necessarily needed to be It held me, and I just want to lift that spaghetti sauce up, because who knew that that was possible on a school night? I did not know. But now that I do, like, girl, you're going to have to keep me from that sauce. I'm actually planning to buy more of it the next time I go to the store, just in case this is some limited edition special thing that they just decided to try out. I need to have some on reserve, because I cannot imagine a life now where that black truffle spaghetti sauce does not exist. So, yum, yum, delicious. If you live near a Kroger, or a Kroger owned, I don't know, is that Fred Meyer, Albertsons, like their family of grocery stores? Like, girl, if you got one close to you, go look for it. It'll change your life. It will change your life, especially if you like a sweet spaghetti. Then you don't have to add anything to it. It's going to be life-changing. It's going to be life-changing. Just, I still made sure that I was well within my nutrition numbers when I had it. Like, it didn't, like, the pasta didn't blow my numbers out. But girl, the tweaking to my numbers that I had to do all throughout the day, I was very hungry by the time I sat down to eat the spaghetti. But that's not why it was good. Sometimes things are good because we're just hungry. In this case, it was good because it was just absolutely delicious, and I would not lie to you about it. So try all of those things if you can. Let's get into the main reason for our call today, and that is the Burr months. Like, we're in them. September, I don't know what plans September had for itself, but September came and she went, like she has somewhere to be. We are now in October. Today is actually October 2nd. I was on TikTok the other day, and I kept seeing videos about a winter arc. Girls are saying that they are using the last 90 days of the year to really dial in, tap in, get really focused with all of their goals, so that when 2025 comes, they have a sweet space to land in 2025. Now, because we talk about healthy habits and being consistent all the time, like when you and I get a chance to get together and talk, that's what we talk about. My initial reaction to seeing these videos was, oh, they just gave it a cute name, which if that works for you to give something a cute name, if that encourages you to do it, I'm all for it. Let's winter arc this thing down. But also, I'm like, okay, I get it. You're saying you want to work on things all throughout the end of the year. That way in 2025, you can just keep the momentum going. So a couple of things with that. I'm like, well, for one, everybody's winter arc may not need to be fitness related. That's number one. Number two, I kind of do like the idea of using the last 90 days of the year to prepare yourself for the new year, because I gave it a lot of thought, and I'm like, I think I finally know what happens to people at the start of the new year. On January 1st, people really go all out. They go cold turkey. They give the start of the new year everything they have. They dive head first into the deep end of living completely different, knowing that they can't swim. And by swim, I mean they dive head first into a new lifestyle with no tools, no resources, no help. They haven't looked up a thing. But they have told themselves, since it's January 1st, this is what we're doing now. And the main reason why that just simply doesn't work for the majority of people is because going cold turkey always feels super restrictive, and it's not very motivating to do that to yourself. To shock yourself in that way doesn't really give you any of the good positive feelings you need to propel you forward, to create momentum for you so that you do eventually become consistent, right? So what I've kind of thought about is I'm like, okay, yeah, if we want to call it a winter arc, let's do that if it makes everybody feel like really good about working out and focusing on themselves during a time of the year where most people are not doing that anymore. Like when you think about it, people are starting to get cozy. They want to be comfy. They want to snuggle up and like watch movies. It's about to start getting dark early. It's about to get cold outside. And that really does change how people look at their health, wellness, and fitness journey. Because to keep it completely honest, people just don't want to be outside. And by outside, I mean people don't even want to get in their car and like go to the gym this time of year, which I completely understand, right? But if you think to yourself, well, let me use this next 90 days to just kind of figure things out for myself. Not that you have to like have no days off for 90 days or because I think if I'm not mistaken, that's what the girls on TikTok are saying. Like basically they're saying let's do like 90 hard, but without it being the same rules of 75 hard. You see what I'm saying? They're basically saying let's do these things for 90 days. For me, I'm like, no, I don't think that's realistic to tell people to do that, or at least the women that are in like this community. I don't think that's realistic because this is a very busy time for women like us, right? You might be getting invitations to like holiday things. Of course, people are probably starting to think about the holidays, which means you're probably shopping. You're probably spending extra money on things like that. And you might not be able to focus so much on yourself right now. But what you could do though, and this is what I mean by like tools and resources for the new year. What you could do though is just kind of start like sampling things, just trying things out, looking into things that will help you in 2025 so that when the new year starts, you're not, number one, doing like a cold turkey, like flip of the switch, right? But you already kind of have an idea of what you feel might work for you or what you might think about using or becoming a member of and things of that nature. So my opinion on the winter arc, or my opinion on like these last 90 days of 2024, my opinion on that is to kind of do the following. I think this is a great time of year to, number one, think about where you want to be and what you want to do in the summer of 2025. And I know people pick on me when I say this, but if you did start doing something today, by Easter, you really could visually see those results. Probably way before Easter, actually, but let's give it until Easter, right? You could visibly see results. And I mean that with anything, not even like working out and eating right. Although, hopefully those are things that you're going to consider taking a peek at too over the next 90 days. But I mean that with anything. So like for me, I know I'm working on other parts of my wellness journey. I'm working on, number one, trying to figure out what's going on with my hair. It's nothing to figure out. I just need to do it. I'm also trying to become more consistent with like doing my nails. I would really like to get to a place where I'm using a skincare routine that's a little bit better than the one that I have now. Like the skincare routine and the products that I have, they've been working great. But I would like to step it up a little bit to see what I can improve on in terms of my skin. So one task for me that would help me in 2025 would be to start researching estheticians in my area. So that's kind of what I mean. If you know what your goals are for the new year, start doing the research and the work for those things now. And it's nothing that's super serious. Literally, while you're sitting on the couch watching a football game, or at least in my case, like listening to one, I'll get on my phone and I'll say, let me start looking up estheticians, reading reviews, looking at before and after photos, and saving these people's information so that when the new year comes, I already know who I want to work with, what their prices are, how to book an appointment with them so that I can just get the ball rolling in 2025, right? If you're a person who, like me, is trying to just kind of redo your wardrobe, because I'm still working on that. I have purged my closet as much as I think I can purge it without completely getting rid of everything. And right now, I'm in that phase of rebuilding my wardrobe where I am starting to look for different influencers who kind of mirror the style that I would like to have for myself, right? And as a sidebar, I went on Pinterest to kind of look up outfit inspiration, and either I'm using the new Pinterest wrong or Pinterest just isn't what it used to be. You used to be able to get on Pinterest and type in whatever, like fall date night outfits, and you would see actual like people modeling outfits that they themselves styled and put together. Now when you get on Pinterest, you might type in fall date night outfits or whatever, and you get a lot of like shopping links, you get videos, but you don't get like that old school Pinterest that made you fall in love with Pinterest in the first place. And because of that, I reached out to a friend and asked, like, who are the new like fashion girls? Like, who should I be looking at in terms of like outfits that are for normal, everyday women? Like, I am a baddie, like mentally and spiritually, I am a baddie, right? However, my style, if I were to type in baddie, outfits for a baddie on social media, I would probably get, what is that people are talking about right now? Those dresses. Somebody said somebody wore an inappropriate dress to Applebee's or something like that. And I can't think of what the dress is called. But when I saw it in the video, I said, oh, so she basically wore lingerie to like Applebee's, which, doesn't bother me one way or the other. But I'm like, ooh, that's not what I mean. Like, I'm not a 20-something baddie. That's where I'm going with this. Like, I'm not a 20-something baddie. I'm definitely a 40 baddie, right? I'll be 41 in February. So I want to start looking more age appropriate. I want to dress for my personality. And so I want clothes that reflect where I feel like I am in my life. So I asked one of my friends, like, who should I be following? She sent me, and I know I'm going to mess up her handle, but her first name is Anna, and I can put a link to her in the description box as well. And her outfits, girl, literally every video, she does multiple looks, and each look is like, yes, yes, yes. Like, I need that, would love that. That looks great on her. It would also look great on me. I can see myself wearing these outfits places. And she, like, her style is just like, so good. So I'm like, these are the things that I'm doing right now, like in my own personal winter arc, in my own next 90 days to prepare myself for the new year. I'm looking into who is a good source of information or inspiration for what I'm trying to do with changing up my wardrobe so that when I do start shopping, I have like a go-to place to kind of get ideas for pieces that I need to buy, right? So that's what I'm encouraging people to do. From now to the end of the year, start kind of just sitting down every once in a while, thinking about your goals and how you want to show up in 2025, and then think to yourself, what are some very small things I can do right now to make sure this becomes a reality for me in the new year? For example, if one of your goals for the new year is to work out, you could either, number one, go ahead and and this is probably the best tip that I have for you, which I know how people feel about Christmas, so please don't come for me about this. But let's say you want to work out in 2025, but you don't want to go to the gym. Right now is a great time to sit and think to yourself, well, what are some pieces of equipment that I need to have in my house to make sure that I can work out the way that I would like to in 2025? I would make a Christmas list of all of those things And whenever someone asked me what I wanted for Christmas, I would pick an item off that list and send it to them. Real talk, that is how I got for the most part, all of my fitness equipment. A few things I might have purchased for myself, like here and there, on Amazon because I saw it and I wanted to try it. But for the most part, especially a lot of the more expensive things that I use to like work out with at home, Christmas list. Christmas list, Christmas list, Christmas list. Put it on your Christmas list. If you need a walking pad, if you need some type of weights, like whether it's dumbbells or maybe you want like a bench with like racked weight, if you want a bike or a treadmill or a row machine or an elliptical, whatever it is, put it on your Christmas list. Put it on your Christmas list. And if that doesn't work for you, then another great thing to do this time of year is to sit and watch for deals. Sit and watch for sales. Sign up for someone's email. Like if you know you want a NordicTrack or if you know you want a Peloton or whatever it is, go ahead and sign up for their emails so you don't miss their Black Friday sales. Now, don't Black Friday like it used to. So don't put all your hopes and dreams on that. But sometimes people really will have other good deals. For example, let's say you get a NordicTrack treadmill, and I know they also have like an online platform with like classes and stuff. Let's say their Black Friday deal might be, if you buy a treadmill, you'll get a year of like the online classes for free or something like that. That is a substantial savings to you and a really great deal. So that's something that I would be like, oh yeah, let me jump on that. If you're someone who knows you want to go to the gym, this is a great time of year to start going and trying out the gyms in your area. Ask for a guest pass. Go kind of catch the vibes of the gym. See if you like the people that work there. See if you like the culture of the gym and the other people that come there to work out. See how close it is to your house or to your job, because you're obviously going to have to drive to and from there every day at a certain time. So see if you like the way traffic flows. Check out the places that you think you're going to want to be in the new year so that when the new year comes, you don't sign up for a gym that you've never been to before, but then you get in there and decide like, ooh, I don't like it. This is not for me, right? That's kind of like the worst thing that could happen, because now you've got to start from square one all over again, looking for somewhere that you're going to call like your place. This is a great time of year to start checking places out. Mainly because the attendance in the gym is probably about to be on a steady decline. Or maybe it's not. Now that the girls are talking about their winter arc, maybe the gym won't be or maybe it will or won't be as crowded. But either way, go check them out. Definitely take a look at their group fitness calendar. Because if you're new to working out, or if you're just nervous about going to a gym that's new to you, it really does help. And it's kind of like an icebreaker to go to some of the group fitness classes. It's a great way to meet other people that go to the gym. It's a great way to meet the staff of the gym. And if you end up really liking the class, and it gives you a day and a time each week to kind of show up, for yourself without feeling the pressure of actually going into the main gym and doing like a workout on the machines. This is a great time of year for that. So definitely don't skip out on that if that's something that you're interested in doing. This is also a great time of year to kind of think about what your plans for 2025 might be, so that you can set your wellness and fitness goals around what your plans are. For a lot of people, you're going to want to go somewhere over the summer. Like you just know you will. For some people, you might know already that you've got plans to take your children maybe somewhere for spring break. You might have travel early in 2025, which means, if that's you, which means that right now, like that little theme song that used to be on the reel, like this is your time, like girl, this is your time. This is your time. The whole saying of summer bodies are made in the winter, That's a real thing. But that applies to everything on your wellness journey. So if you want skin that's glowy and beautiful, you feel like you don't have to wear makeup all summer long, that skin is made now. Like, you got to start being consistent with your skincare routine now in order to get that glow in the summer. If your goal is to really show up like in the outside world, and to show up outside looking and feeling your best, right now is the time to purge your closet and start working on having really great pieces of the summer. Mainly because that kind of stuff is on sale right now. Sandals, sleeveless everything, wearing your back out, like all of that stuff. You will get great deals on that stuff right now if you're shopping for it and looking for it now, which I know is hard because people are like, how can I buy stuff for next summer when I don't even know who I'm going to be next summer? And girl, I feel the same way, which is why I also miss out on all of those great deals because I'm like, oh, I don't even know who I'm going to be next summer, which fair enough. But what we can do is go ahead and start maybe like pulling looks, being our own stylist, looking at some of the people on Instagram that we admire, fashionably, and seeing what of that could possibly work for us. All of that is done now. Also, any type of piece that you see that you want, Christmas list. Christmas list. If you take nothing from this call today, please take away the fact that a lot of the change that we want to see in the upcoming year can be gifted to us by the people who claim to love us for Christmas. And also gift card. Don't sleep on a gift card. I know they might not be as fun to open, and I kind of don't like that this is turning into like a Christmas thing because it's really not that time yet. But also when you go to Costco, they've got the Christmas trees up. So girl, I don't know. But another good tip for us all is to ask for gift cards. And I know they don't hit the same. They don't surprise you the same. It's kind of like, oh, it's a gift card. Yay. No, let me tell you what I love about a gift card. Because I can take that gift card, I can put it in my purse. And when I find out who I'm going to be in 2025, I can just pull out a gift card and make the gift card be what I need it to be. So also don't slip on a gift card. And remember that too for some of your Pilates classes, or if you want a personal trainer or whatever you think you're going to do fitness-wise in the new year, this is a great time to kind of seek out if gift cards are something that those businesses offer so that you can get some quote unquote free classes in the new year, which is also a great way to, like I said, try things out without fully committing to them by signing up for memberships and things of that nature. I don't know if the winter arc thing will work for everybody in terms of being super, super consistent this time of year. To be honest with you, one of the main reasons why I thought to do the October-November challenge that we're doing right now is because I wanted to encourage people to remain active during a time of year that it does normally just cause us to be more sedentary. So I wanted people to be mindful of the fact that you can walk every day. I wanted to kind of help people learn how to eat so that in 2025 you wouldn't need to do so much guesswork. You'll kind of know what foods work for you. You'll know how to use a food scale properly. You'll know like, oh, this is how I count my calories. This is how I break down my macros. Like, I'm in a really good groove of things before the new year even starts, so that when the new year does start, you're well on your way to being where you want to be. I think that using the rest of this year to do that research on yourself or to challenge yourself to start being more consistent is probably one of the best ideas I've seen on TikTok in a long time. And I see a lot of stuff. I see a lot of things on TikTok. Most of them are funny because that's how I have my algorithm set up. Most of them are funny, but this particular thing, when I saw it, I was like, ooh, this is either going to be great for people or maybe not so much based on how they're explaining it. But if people maybe think of it in a different way and they kind of break down the whole idea of a winter arc into small tasks that can prepare them for 2025, when January 1st comes, they'll be better off for it. So think about that. Think about how you want to spend the last 90 days of the year and see if you're not able to go ahead and set yourself up for a really, really great 2025. I know I have some personal work that I need to do. I mean, if we're going to be completely transparent, the work that I need to do is on actual work stuff. Like, I need to use the last 90 days of this year to really, truly focus on being more consistent with work stuff. I want to be able to help as many women as I can live healthier lifestyles, but other women that don't know me, they won't know me, and they won't know that this is something that I do if I don't show up to work on a regular basis and let people know about it. So I'm really excited about 2025 and the things that I have planned for 2025. Some of them are absolutely crazy. Like, in my wildest dreams, they would be really big goals that if I were able to do them, I would be like, wow, girl, you really did that. I can't even believe it. But then some of them are things that I know for a fact we're going to do. For example, the podcast will be a holy grail. It's not going anywhere. We will continue to show up and chat here for as long as we can do it, right? I'm bringing the newsletter back. It will be revamped, like a new and improved version of the newsletter, and I'm very excited about that. I'm working on the first edition of the year now, so that I know in January we will at least have that one edition hit people's hit people's inboxes. And some of the other goals that I have for the new year will include new, like, bonus content of the podcast. Sometimes I feel like I'm not able to get to every single last thing I want to get to here on these calls. Sometimes I feel like we don't even have enough time to discuss things in as great of detail as I would like to on these. And then, girl, sometimes I want to talk about stuff that doesn't necessarily have much to do at all with, like, fitness and living well and eating. Because, I'm just a girl too, a well-rounded one at that. And I do talk to my girlfriends in real life literally about everything else but fitness and, and how to eat and all that stuff. And because of that, I wanted a special place for us to, like, get on the phone and chat about that. So if you do follow me on Instagram, you've noticed that I've started kind of like teasing my other number. I'm going to give out my other number pretty soon. And if you should happen to dial that other number, girl, be prepared for the mess of it all. And by the mess of it all, I mean, I really try to present myself in a very professional light, because at the end of the day, I'm talking to people about their health and their bodies, and that's a very serious thing. And I don't take any of that lightly. Like, I want everyone to live the best possible versions of themselves. So I really do try to show up in this space in a way that keeps me in, like, that subject matter expert. Am I still saying that backwards? I don't know. But I try to really show up so that what I say holds weight in your life, right? No pun intended with that. But on my other number, should you call that number, that probably is going to be more of, like, the me that you don't see. Definitely the me that will probably never make it to social media in a visual way. That other part of my personality is very fun. She's very outspoken. She might be a little blunt, but she's definitely a lot of fun. I think people would be surprised at the random things that tend to happen to me. And sometimes I'm like, does this kind of stuff only happen to me? Like, how did I get here? And why don't I see these things happening to anybody else? And I want a place that I can share that stuff. So I'm gonna pass out my other number real soon. When I give it out, girl, make sure you save it. Make sure you save it, because you will not be able to access that other podcast like in the way that you access this one. You will only be able to access it if you are a subscriber to that other podcast. So, girl, when I give out the number, make sure you save it. Make sure you save it. I'm so excited about it. So that's something else that we can look forward to coming up pretty soon. And I'm very excited. So that's what I'm using my winter arc for. My winter arc is definitely going to be for my visual, my styling for myself. It's definitely going to be heavy on the work stuff, making sure that I'm committed to my work goals and pushing those out, because you know what? And I have a friend who listens to this podcast, and when she hears this part, she's going to text me and be like, girl, I told you so, because her big Aries energy lets me know all the time, like, girl, I told you. And I love her for that. That is why I message her about those things, because I need her to say, I told you so to me. And the I told you so of this is when I am doing my work the way that I am supposed to, I do end up reaching new women that I can help. I do end up getting a better response to the podcast, and that makes me happy. And so now that I see that doing the work actually produces results, girl, like I have to keep doing it, just like 75 Hard did. Now that I see the results from working out the way we were doing in 75 Hard, it's kind of like, oh, no, I can't stop. I got to keep doing it to keep these results going. So take all of that for what you will. The Burr months are a great time to buckle down and figure some things out for yourself, so that in January, you're not out there with all the other fish in the sea fighting for the same food, girl. We don't want to be that. We want to dive into the deep end knowing we can swim. We don't need no life jacket, right? Yes. So let's talk about what we have going on as far as a workout report. So as you know, we're doing the October-November challenge. We're only on day 2, so I can't really speak to much of how the walking is going. But I will say yesterday, getting my kids ready for school got me about 2,000 steps. So before I even started working out, I was at a, not too shabby of a step count. I go out and I do my walk. Now, every day I walk for about 45 to 50 minutes. I definitely clear 3 miles every morning. And when you say that out loud, you automatically just think to yourself, well, surely you got 10,000 steps walking that much. And sadly, girl, no, I don't. When I got back home and I checked my watch to see how many steps I still needed to clear my 15,000 for the day, and I saw that I had only had 8,500 steps so far, including my little over 3 mile walk, I was like, it's never as many steps as you think it is. And then that made me think about how I move throughout the day. I would consider myself to be like a lightly active person. I would say my lifestyle is lightly active, meaning for one, I don't ever sit down during the day. That's number one. Unless I'm eating, I don't sit down. But just because I'm standing up, it doesn't mean I'm moving. Because if I were moving as much as I'm actually standing up, I would have way more steps throughout the day. And so when I saw that I only had 8,500 steps, I was like, okay, let me continue doing the things that I need to do today, and we'll see where I'm at in, this afternoon. So I moved throughout the day doing things that I need to do. I purposely did not try to walk any extra. I purposely just said, let me do what I would normally do so that I can see what the step count would be. So I move throughout the day. I do school pickup. I get back home from doing school pickup. at about 4:30ish, I check my watch and I'm like, well, at this point I'm over 10,000 steps. But because I know how my evenings go, I don't know that I'll clear 15,000 steps if I don't go for another walk. I don't think I would have hit 15,000 steps yesterday if I didn't go for that 30-minute walk in the afternoon. So once I got the kids kind of settled, I said, let me go get on the treadmill and walk for 30 minutes and let me just see what that gets me. And I think when I got on the treadmill, I might have had just under 12,000 steps, right? I walked for 30 minutes and I tried to push it and try to maximize that 30 minutes as much as I could. And when I got off the treadmill, I had 15,000 steps. I had 15,500 steps by the time I got off, which is great because I met my goal for the day. Once I got off that treadmill, I don't think I even cleared 15,800 steps. Yeah, because naturally, as the day gets closer to ending, you just don't walk as much. So I don't think, I know for a fact I never cleared 16,000, but that was a good lesson for me because now I know, okay, in order for you to get 15,000 steps a day, you either need to make your initial daytime walk maybe up to 30 minutes longer. I'm not going to have time to do that every single day. But when I can walk extra. But then now I know, depending on how your day goes, you probably will have to do an additional walk later in the day, which is good to know. Now, I do walk my dog during the day, but my dog is very tiny. So he doesn't walk as much as other dogs might need to or might even want to. My dog is a house dog. He goes out there, he does what he has to do, and then he literally will say, okay, girl, I'm done. We're going back inside. So dog walking really doesn't get me as many steps as maybe it would someone else. But that's fine. I'm prepared to have to walk a second time in the afternoon if I need to. And now that I know I'm probably going to have to, I've embraced that and I'm good with it. So I'll keep you updated on how the walking goes. Because I didn't realize, I guess I just never thought about the fact that, you walk all day, but it's just not as many steps as you think. So stay tuned to hear how that is going. Let's talk about some of the things that have been popping up on my timelines and on my TV and all of that. Right now, I'm in the middle of watching The Perfect Couple on Netflix. I initially tried to watch that show a couple weeks ago and it's it didn't grab me. Right now I'm on episode 3 and I'm hooked. I just had to get past that first episode. I'm in deep. And if I wasn't on the phone with you right now, I would probably have it playing while I was doing things in the office or the kitchen. It's good. Nicole Kidman really is a great actress. I don't know that Nicole Kidman really ever misses. There's a scene on that show, and I don't want to give away what the show is about, but if you decide to watch it, you'll learn in the first episode what the show is about. And in the first episode, she does a scene where someone calls her and Nicole Kidman makes what's happening all about her. And it is just so interesting to watch because I'm sure that is not a far-fetched reenactment of how rich white ladies probably act when bad things happen. I would be willing to bet that was pretty spot on how she was able to bring those feelings and emotions to the screen. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Loving the show, and I can't wait to see how everything ends. If you are also watching The Perfect Couple, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm still also watching Reasonable Doubt, and as we've discussed, Morris Chestnut is on this season, okay? And I just knew Jax was going to give us what we needed in this last episode. But Jax and her conscience are having a bit of a tug of war with one another. So we really didn't get, or I'm not going to speak for you, girl, because I don't know if you was looking for what I was looking for. I was looking for Jax to get into some mess. I was looking for Jax to get into some mess because, first of all, that husband has gone off and gotten this girl pregnant, right? Got the girl pregnant. Now you got Jax at her job having to cross-examine your new baby mama, right? You didn't even have the guts to tell her that you potentially had this other girl pregnant. When y'all got back together, she asked you. She said, like, is there anything else you want to tell me? Do I know this person? Yada, yada, yada. And he, whose name that I can't remember, I don't know her husband's name. What is her husband's name, y'all? I know Morris Chestnut's name on that show, but I'm going to just keep calling him Morris Chestnut because it does my soul something good. Yeah, I don't know his name, but he lied. He lied about her knowing who it was. And I'm like, out of all the women, you had to pick somebody that goes to the same school as the kids. Now she got to see that woman at school drop-off and school pickup, at PTA meetings, curriculum night, and all of that. Like, you could not have picked someone else. And you got her pregnant? Like, sir, come on. Now, the way that the episode ended this past week, we don't know if Jax, because, he came over there bleeding and begging his heart out, like, to her, because the therapist told him to. And what really got me at the end of that episode is when they started playing Luther, A House Is Not a Home. Now, they know what they're doing with that soundtrack over there on Reasonable Doubt. They know what they're doing with the soundtrack. The soundtrack always works perfectly with the scenes. And when Luther started singing, I said, oh, he's really about to beg. I don't even have to see him start talking to her to know when A House Is Not a Home comes on, he about to start begging. And that's what he did. Tears in his eyes and everything. But then she's crying and I'm like, girl, what you crying for? I guess because he's finally saying all of the things you've always wanted him to say. So I don't know if she was crying because she's like, oh, he's a day late and a baby short. I don't know if that's why she's crying or if she's crying because she's like, finally, he's saying everything I've always wanted to hear him say. Like, let's figure out how we're going to go about telling our children about this bonus baby and, like, let's save our marriage. And again, see, this is why you got to call me on my other number because I'm for the mess. And I'm like, girl, leave that man. Like, leave him. Because you was going to leave him anyway. You, ma'am, if we can recall, you were done with him anyway. Now, I don't like to be an advocate for telling people to, and I would never, like, if you're my friend in real life, I would never tell you to, like, leave your man. I'm not going to do it. Not me. I'm going to never say that. But for some fictional people on TV that's purely there just for my entertainment, I'm like, yeah, girl, leave him. Leave that man. Because, first of all, you work with Morris Chestnut, and that man wants you real bad, and he's probably toxic. Like, I can tell we're looking at Morris Chestnut, but his character is really giving Michael Ealy, who already was in season 1, who also drug Jax for filth a little bit. Like, he almost ended her whole situation. So we need a level of healthy toxicity this season, and I feel like Morris Chestnut can give us that. But first, she's got to leave the husband because I can tell her conscience is saying, like, I can't do this. Like I can't do this. I can't. And she shouldn't. She shouldn't do it because if she does it, then she's no better than her baby-making husband. Right? So she can't really do it just so that we can keep a leg up on the husband. She can't. But that's why she needs to go ahead and let the husband go because he said he's a good daddy. We need to let him go be a good daddy to this new baby because our kids together are teenagers. These kids about to be grown. They about to be out of here. But that new baby is going to need you. So I'm going to let you go be a good daddy, and I'm going to go see the zaddy at my job. and see what he talking about, because he done already bought me Chinese food, which is my favorite. And I could tell Jax was very impressed, which, girl, don't be too impressed by some Chinese takeout. It's not even that expensive, but she was impressed at the thought that he thought enough of her. But no, he really didn't. Like, he just wants Jax. We can see it. We can see he's trouble, but that's the kind of TROUBLE that I'm trying to get into. So we got to see what Jax is going to do. We got to see what she's going to do, because I kind of feel like it's giving it wants to be messy, but it's also giving she's trying to be a good person, and it's hard to be messy and a good person at the same time. And I know that because once upon a time, I may or may not have also gone through a stage of life where I too may have been a little messy, but I was still a good person. Like, hello, like I'm still a good person. I'm not messy anymore, but I root for the girls that feel like they want to get into some mess when whoever they're in a relationship with ain't doing what he's supposed to do. So let's see where it goes. I don't know, but I'm rooting for you, Jax. Speaking of women who are getting into some mess, and girl, I'm rooting for you in the mess, Cardi B. Now, I don't get on that other social media platform anymore, so I miss the real-time back and forth of it all. But what I do know is that apparently Cardi told her husband that she had hooked up with somebody while she was pregnant. Because see, he apparently, I don't know, because I didn't see it, but apparently he had been talking a lot of noise about her, their relationship, whatever. And to silence him, like Oprah said, were you silent or were you silenced? And Cardi said, oh, let me silence him real quick and let him know that, oh, honey, it's not just you. Like, I have been with somebody else while I was actually pregnant with your baby. And that seemed to really rock the internet. And so let's talk about that right now. Number one, do people still not like have relationships when they are with child? Like, obviously you would like to think that if she was going to be intimate with somebody, it would have been her husband. But since he has been intimate with everybody in the street the whole time they've been married, I don't think he was an option for her. So probably, and this is alleged and under my assumption, I don't know, when they were probably on one of their mini breaks, she probably let somebody else come over, right? And when she announced this on social media, the praise that she received was overwhelming. The support that she received was overwhelming, because we're like, girl, for the past 6 years, all we done ever heard about this man is that he's cheating on you, or that he's been seen with somebody, he's filmed with somebody. Because see, the audacity of him is that not only did he cheat on you, who you a famous person, but he would do it out in public, and like it would be all over the place. Like he had like, where is the shame? People really do need to bring shame back. But his audacity was at an all-time high, because he didn't even try to hide it from you, right? So where's the respect there? And because you couldn't respect me in your mess, now I'm going to bring that little nugget I had been keeping in my back pocket as ammunition for a time such as this. I'm going to bring that out. I'm going to bring that out and let you know, like, please, you might want to keep my name out of your mouth, because what you don't know is I got a little toxic piece myself. And I love that for Cardi. And I know in the last call, girl, I know we said that Faja or that waist trainer was juicing her like a lemon, but baby, maybe it was worth it. Because when I saw her in Paris for Fashion Week, she looked good in every picture. Every photo that I saw, the hair, the makeup, the styling, all of it. That girl looked good in everything I saw her wearing. Like, ooh, the fur coat look with the sunglasses and like that brown hair, to die for. See, and also that's who I want to be. Maybe not the fur coat of it all, because like I live in the suburbs. Like, why are we dressing that way to go to Costco? I don't know. But then also, why aren't we dressing that way to go to Costco? I don't know. And see, and that's what I need to figure out during my 90-day arc. Like, how extra am I going to be? Am I going to be as extra as I feel, as I really am in real life, like in my mind? Or am I going to dial it back a little bit to be palatable for the suburbs? I feel like I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. I did actually get a fur coat. It's faux fur, so no one was harmed in the making of my coat. I did get one at the end of last season, or like at the end of last year, and I only got to wear it one time. And I feel like I should just wear it just because it's awesome. I too should get some amazing sunglasses, and I should wear my little fur thing when I'm out doing what I need to do, But anyway, back to Cardi and her mess. So people really tried to like drag Cardi over the coals because they were like, ew, you're pregnant. You're this, you're that. And I'm like, well, since she was pregnant, it's not like she could get pregnant again with somebody else's baby, right? That's number one. So in a lot of ways, I'm like, nope, Cardi, maybe that was for the best, right? That's number one. Number two, is she not still a woman? Is she not? Like, is she not still a grown woman? Like, let her live. Let her have a moment. Number two. And number three, why should she be loyal to someone who has never been loyal to her? Riddle me that. And also, if she's pregnant with his baby, why y'all not asking him? Why you out here cheating on your wife while she pregnant? Ain't y'all having a baby? Don't babies be 50-50? They belong to this person 50% and that person 50%. So if she can't be out here with other people, neither should he. He should be equally as abstinent, celibate, or whatever you want to call it, while she's pregnant with his baby. Until that baby is born, he shouldn't be out here with other women either. But see, that's the problem. Y'all don't hold them accountable the way you hold a woman. And that's where my problems lie. That's why I'm always champion the girls and their mess. Also on TikTok this morning, actually, I saw a video of a man standing on the side of some interstate, and he was saying, if something happens to me, it's Tiara Fulton's fault. Now, I don't know TT. I don't know her. I don't know who she is. The video never shows Tiara, but he's claiming that Tiara put him out on the interstate. That's how mad Tiara must have been. And it did my soul some good that when I read those comments and all the comments were like, nah, if you on the side of an interstate, you did something to Tiara. So we gonna need for you to come clean about what you did, because a woman just ain't gonna put you out on the interstate, on the highway, for no good reason. Do you know how hard it is to merge back into traffic on an interstate where everybody's probably going like 80 miles per hour? So Tiara wouldn't have done that had you not done something to begin with. So we need to know what you did. We need to know what you did. Because, sir, you deserved it. Whatever it was, you deserved it. And that's exactly how I feel about Cardi and her husband. Like, she might have did that. Maybe people have their feelings about her doing it. But what we do know is at the end of the day, you deserved it. You deserved for her to be with somebody else. Because clearly, our relationship is open. Because you've been being with somebody else this whole time. And if I'm Cardi, that's what I'm thinking. Like, oh, and that's the worst place to be. Me and a friend were talking about this particular situation the other day. And I was like, well, yeah, that's the worst place for a man to be. The worst place for a man to be is in a position where the woman literally does not care anymore. It's not when the woman is crying. Because, Cardi used to be online crying about this man. Why? I don't know. I personally don't get what the draw is there. For me, he wasn't even the best one in his group. I don't know what the attraction is there. No shade to the girls, but I don't get it. However, that was her man, and the girl, if you like it, I love it. But if he was treating her that bad the whole time they were together, maybe one day a light just went off for her and she just said to herself, oh, I guess this is the kind of relationship we have. So let me also start to move like him. And she did. And I love that for her. So go Cardi, go. Like, go Cardi, go. You know, speaking of women rappers, there's a certain rapper that I am not a fan of, like at all. I've never actually even heard a whole album from her. I haven't. I've only ever heard the songs that accidentally come across my timeline or maybe on a radio station or something like that, but I don't seek her music out. She also is very popular, very famous. I just never took to her. And actually, the only songs that I think I've even really heard of hers or maybe even have on my phone are songs that she has with Beyonce. Go figure. So, the other day when I was outside doing my cardio, I'm listening to Apple Music. And if you have Apple Music, you know Apple Music will make you a station curated off of your listening habits, right? And they update it. So like if I listen to rap music for like a couple days, they'll say, oh, like she just must be in her rap girl era. We're going to make her station like hip hop music, rap music. Apple Music will try to force this girl on me. And I keep telling them, we not doing that. So Apple Music needs like a mute or a block feature. I don't know if they have it and I just don't know about it. But if I could mute and or block that particular artist, it would make me happy because I'm tired of them trying to force her on me. I might be a ratchet rap girl. Like I love Glorilla. I love Meg Thee Stallion. I love Cardi B. I love Flo Milli. I'm getting into Doechii. I love Lil' Kim, the original Queen Bee. I love Foxy Brown. Like, I love all the girls. I love Queen Latifah. And Queen Latifah really, low-key, she could put out a rap album, like, today, and I'm sure it would eat. I'm positive that it would. Because her music from, like, back in her prime, like, was so good. But anyway, they keep trying to force this other girl on me, and I keep telling Apple Music, like, girl, we are not friends. Like, we're not friends. Stop doing that to me. But yet and still, they keep trying to do it. And every day I say, no. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. They need a block feature over there. I am very interested in the wig world. I have dipped my toe into the world of wigs before. But they were bad. First of all, the wigs were synthetic. Don't judge me. You can if you want to. It'll be fine. They were synthetic wigs. So they were giving Barbie's dream house a little bit. I'll give it to you. And I really didn't know how to put them on. Didn't know how to secure them. So I would have on a wig that would look cute as long as I was standing in my bathroom. But then as I lived my life and the day went on, wigs would just be slipping and sliding like Trina and Trick Daddy. I have noticed now that wigs have come a long way. You can have a wig made for you. I know girls that like will turn your bundles into the best custom wig. So that's that. But then also on TikTok, I have learned about like the wear and go or the glueless, whatever they're calling them. And the videos have been pretty convincing. Until I see them start whipping out products. Now, you have to help me understand if this is supposed to be wear and go or put it on and go or whatever, why do we have products? Why are we putting like products on our forehead? And I guess that's to keep the wig from slipping and sliding. And so maybe I need some of that stuff. But I say all of this to say, like, TikTok shop, you have my attention with the wigs. You really do. Because as a girl that's trying to grow her hair out and a girl who works out all the time, number one, and we're about to hit those winter months, I'm not wetting my hair every day. Once these temperatures drop and Georgia finally decides that it's fall and or winter, I'm not going to be wetting my hair every day and wearing wash and goes. That's number one. So I probably do need to invest in like a couple looks for this time of year. Number two, what exactly are we talking about here? Now, when I see the people put the dots on their forehead, then they slide the wig down to the dots, it secures it, but then they spray it, and then they put a band around their hair. I'm like, as long as my edges aren't going to come out, I'm down to try anything at least once. So someone who knows a thing or two about a wig and how to install it without it snatching my hair out, if you could please DM me, I would forever be in your good graces. Like, I would appreciate it so much, because I feel like that's going to be the answer to one of my, things I'm working on right now. And I also know that I'm really not interested in investing a whole lot of money on like permanent hairstyles. Like, I don't want to go get a professional sew-in or anything like that right now, mainly because my hair is still in a pixie. And I don't even have enough hair to braid, like in the back. I very much so want to keep wearing my hair out. But every now and then, if I need to pull like a look together and I don't have time to do my own hair, nor do I want to wet my hair, I feel like a wig really would like help me out a little bit. And they look so good, so natural, and they do seem easier to put on now. I just need someone who really knows their way around a wig to hit me up and be like, this is exactly the products that you need to buy, and this is exactly what you need to do so that you still have hair when it's time to go get your hair done. So help me out, y'all. Help me out. Help me out. Halloween is at the end of the month, and every year I say, oh, I'm not gonna, get new costumes, or I'm not gonna do this. Like, I'm just gonna let the kids have their time. But then the spirit of a costume will come over me, because I do. Like, I joke that I'm really like Joan Clayton. Deep down inside, I am. That is who I really want to be in real life. Like, I want to be super fun and bring that side of myself out. And I don't know why I keep trying to suppress it, because that's exhausting. So I was sitting on the couch the other day and I was thinking about, it's about to be October. I need to figure out what these kids want to be for Halloween so I can go ahead and order their costumes, and we're not in Walmart at the last minute picking from whatever is left over, right? So I'm talking to the kids about what they think they want to be and do and whatever. Now, every year for Halloween, we have a Halloween party. And by party, I mean the people that live here, I throw a party for us. This year, we are in talks of opening it up and doing a Halloween open house. And I got the idea of doing an open house from another friend who does one during the holiday season, like for Christmas. She has a Christmas open house, and I just thought that was genius. I'm like, yes, girl, an open house makes so much sense, because you don't have to worry about entertaining all of those people all at once. People can just kind of drop in as their time allows. They'll stay for a little, and then they'll go back to whatever they were doing before. And because I'm already making treats and snacks and playing music, and I put Beetlejuice on the TV, like, it's a thing here on Halloween. Like, I'm doing it anyway. Why not let the girls in the area know, like, girl, you can drop by over here anytime between this time and this time. Come over here, have one of my little specialty cocktails, have some snacks, eat some things, and then when you get ready to go, because it's school night, when you get ready to go back home and tuck yourself in, be my guest to return back to that from which you came. I'm excited about it. And then I was like, ooh, but you can't have an open house without having on a costume. And it kind of needs to be a costume people haven't seen yet. In my mind, I'm saying this to myself. And then I'm like, ooh, what could I be for Halloween that I haven't already been before? And I thought of something. Now, this costume does feel like it toes the line of being a little risque. So I'm trying to figure out how to tone it down. I mean, I've already ordered the costume. Let's start there. I have already ordered it because I already have shoes to go with it. So I felt like this was perfect. It was kind of easy. It will not involve a whole lot of makeup or anything like that. So I'm very happy with the costume choice that I have made. I've just got to figure out how to make it not so thoughty. And why is that? Why is it that the costumes that they make for women are like, first of all, they're all $80. Like everything. Everything is $100. Basically, by the time you pay for shipping and all that stuff. I'm like, why? It's not even real fabric. Like, this is not even something that might make it through the night. This costume may not even make it through the night. You're charging me $80. Now, I didn't pay that for mine. I got a great deal on my costume. The whole thing didn't even cost me. Well, no, let me be clear. And see, and this is something we got to work on, but girl, don't judge me. Don't judge me. But I bought 2 of them because I'm like, ooh, sizing. I don't, because I don't know how this is sized. And it is a costume, so we already know the material is not the best. We don't want to have on anything that is see-through. Like, that's not what we're doing. And because of that, I ordered 2 sizes. So I'm like, okay, but both costumes together, $30 with the shipping and the tax. Okay. But I'm thinking about it and I'm like, yeah, why are costumes so expensive for women? Number one. And then number 2, why are they all so over the top, like overtly sexual? Like, it's okay if you want to do like a sexy look. And certainly if I was going to like a adults only Halloween party, I probably wouldn't even care. We wouldn't even be talking about this. But because I am having like a drop-in cute open house number, whatever, I'm like, this is a lot for that. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to tone it down. But once I figure that out, I'm very excited about my costume. Very excited about it. And I'm very happy that it's paying homage to one of my Hollywood favorites. And if I say who it is, then you'll know what the costume is. So, and I know the suspense is it's killing you, which is sarcasm. But I'm excited about it. In the years past, I've been T-Boss from TLC. I have been like the card girl in a boxing ring. I've done that. I have done Stacey Dash's character from Clueless. Dion, that's her name. Yeah. I've done her. I actually have a 70s costume. It would kind of be like a Dreamgirls, kind of like a la Dreamgirls. I do have a costume like that, and every year I say I'm going to wear it, and I never do. So technically, I didn't even need to buy a costume this year, now that I think about it, but it's too late. We're already $30 in, and I'm wearing that costume this year because I'm super excited about it. But maybe I'll do both because, why not? Let's dress up more than one day. But I've been a lot of different things. It's just that this year is the first year where I'm like, ooh, is this costume crossing the line? But to be honest with you, I didn't even pick like the most scantily clad version of this costume that I could have. They had other versions that were like way past the line than what I picked. So we'll see how it goes. Oh my gosh, am I going to be like the girl that wore the dress to Applebee's? I think so. I think so. Which doesn't bother me. It kind of excites me a little bit. But I do need to tone it down. Like I do for what? Time and place, right? And because I'm 40, I understand a time and a place. And my Halloween open house is not necessarily the time. It is certainly the place, but it's not the time. So we will see. We'll see what I'm able to do with that. But yeah, girl, I think that's it. I think that's enough for this. Make sure you tell your friends about this episode, girl. Share it. Share it with people so we can all get ready for 2025 together and we can make the most out of this last 90 days. Please continue to rate and review the podcast as you see fit. Super excited about sharing my other number with you soon, so stay tuned for that. Remember, when you're out, compliment someone, tell them something nice about themselves. Don't compete, don't compare, don't complain. What God has for you is for you. Never knock another woman's hustle. And I will talk to you next time, girl. Thank you for checking out Tia's Table. Love you, girl. Bye. Hey, girl. Still there? You can get my other number by clicking on the link in the description box. Bye.